So whether it's fashion, jobs, relationships, all of us can feel burned out at some point in our lives. If you're a parent and you feel like you're burned out, we want to help you this morning. Ericka Souter, author of How to Have a Kid and a Life, good luck, a survival guide, is here to help you figure out if you're burned out, and if so, what you can do about it. Good morning. This is good stuff for parents. It's a big job.
It is. And I think I've talked to a lot of parents all over the country, and they're all feeling the crunch right now. Parenting was hard before the pandemic. Now it feels almost impossible, and they just don't know where to start. So I created this, what I call this burnout litmus test, where I want you to just ask yourself a few questions to kind of figure out where you need to start to feel better. One, am I nurturing my marriage or my partnership? Two, is my career headed in a direction that is good? Am I happy about that? Three, do I have supportive friends to turn to? Four, do I feel good about myself? Five, do I nurture the passions and interests I had before I had kids? And the last question, six, is have I created a social life or hobbies that have nothing to do with my children or my family, something that I have just for myself?
Okay, well, let's say then that you've recognized that you are indeed burned out when you've answered those questions. What are ways that you can shake the burnout and come out on the other side of it? What are your suggestions? And I don't know if you want to take those in order.
Well, one of the things you can do is if it's about your marriage or your partnership, you might want to start dedicating more time to that, right? Just like we nurture our children, we need to nurture our partners, right? So that means spending more time together, redefining what it means to be intimate. It could be watching TV shows together, making dinner together, doing a hobby together, and then talking to each other. A lot of parents I talk to have built up so much resentment because it's like, well, my spouse isn't doing what I think that they should be doing, or they're not doing enough, or they're not helping enough. Well, sometimes people can't intuit what you need or want. You have to be honest about it. And being honest about it when you're not angry or yelling is a good way to start. So just having conversations about what you need to kind of lift the burden and to kind of get through this. And then another huge point would be friendships. We all need friendships. I'm talking about connecting with people who don't live in your house. And what you have to do is you have to kind of reach out to your friends, go for walks, have coffees, have conversations, even if it's 10 minutes a night. You need something to look forward to that's just your own, and it's something that feeds your soul and helps lift you up and helps you feel supported. And it's okay to take the time away to do that for yourself.
And that's part of nurturing whatever the passion that maybe you had before you had kids. It's important for your children to make sure that you keep yourself, right?
Right. So, a lot of people are burned out and they're just kind of going through the paces and they're just trying to survive, right? Well, it's likely that if you're feeling burned out and depleted, you aren't being the kind of parent you want to be. Think about it. If you're constantly yelling, you're constantly frustrated, you're just so tired all the time. Your children see that and they feel that. So one of the things, when you take care of yourself, you're actually helping your children because number one, you're more calm, you're happier, it's easy for you to deal with things, but also number two, you're modeling the kind of life you want them to have. Do we want our kids to be burned out and tired and angry and resentful all the time? Of course not. So let's be the kind of person that we want them to be later in life.
And that's the one thing that you could do to get started today, right? Where can we find your book?
Oh, you can find it at bookstores, booksellers, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, online. It's just a great resource. It covers lots of topics from career to relationships with other women. It's just a wonderful resource for moms.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it, and I know parents appreciate your help. Have a great day.
Thank you.